Have you encountered this problem?
Its beefy just cheered 1 bits. What did one ocean say to the other ocean? Nothing, it just waved.
And you already searched the whole internet for a solution, but they all just recommend to turn off control audio via OBS, which solves the issue, but now you're facing a new problem because you need to route all sound through your desktop audio, including music and all you do on your PC that shouldn't be on stream? If yes, I have a fix. This is a bug that apparently only appears on Windows 11 and while having OBS in the background. This affects especially people who only have one monitor like me. Now, since this is a bug, we can't really fix it, but we can use a workaround. To make it work, I am using Elgato Wavelink 3.0, which now allows users to connect non-Elgato microphones, and it's free to use. There's also a program called Logitec Mixline, which is free and works as well. You can also use Voicemeeter if you already own it. Now head to the link in my description or search for one of the programs I just mentioned and install it. In my example, I will be setting up all my audio through Wavelink, so let's start creating all the output categories. I need one to hear all the audio myself. Then I need to add 2 outputs for my stream. One to listen to music without it going to the VOD, and one that routes the rest of the audio to the stream and VOD. Lastly, I want one output for Discord. You can change the output device up here. I am using headphones, so that's what I'll be selecting. I forgot to mention, make sure you're adding your headphones or speakers to your sound output. You can change the icon of the output by editing and then clicking on the 3 dots. Now let's add our input sources. Create a new channel and find your mic. You can add VST plugins by going to the marketplace and searching for VST. There you can find an equalizer, noise reduction, and more for free. You can add them by going to the little wave and add effect. I will be creating 5 more channels, one for system audio, one for game audio, one for OBS, one for Spotify, and one for Discord. I did create an SFX channel but ran into issues, more about that later. Go to create new channel, add empty channel, and add system and game. Then add OBS, Discord, and Spotify. Make sure that you have the program open for Wavelink to recognize. If it doesn't show up, make sure it's giving sound input at least once so Wavelink recognizes it as a potential audio source. Next, let's add the sound output to each channel. For the headphones channel, I will be adding all except for my microphone. For stream output, I will be adding music only so I can disable the VOD output for it later in OBS. For the VOD channel, we'll add mic, game, Discord, and OBS. And for Discord, we'll add mic. Now we need to make sure we are receiving audio in each source. Start with system. For that, we'll just left-click on the audio symbol in your taskbar and change the output device to System Elgato Virtual Audio. If it doesn't let you, you need to check your Wavelink settings and change the output device there. We can test if it's working by playing a YouTube video. Hi, I'm Beefy, and today I want to take you with me while I improve my video recording and editing skills. Let's test the OBS alerts. Make sure you have control audio via OBS turned off for all your alerts. Now open your Twitch alerts, and while not focusing on the OBS application, test the alert.
Its beefy just followed.
If it doesn't crackle or lag, congratulations, your problem is fixed. Unfortunately, I ran into another issue where the audio started lagging again. This time, not just the alerts, but also music sources inside OBS. I spent hours troubleshooting, restarting the applications, deleting and re-adding the source, checking Windows audio settings, and slowly losing my sanity. In the end, I deleted all audio sources and re-added them. At first, I thought there might be a source limit in Elgato Wavelink, but I've seen plenty of setups with far more sources working perfectly fine. This seems to be a bug on my end. Wavelink is still in beta, so issues like this are definitely possible. When I re-added the sources, OBS was fixed, but then my SFX source was broken instead and became the new cursed one. Rather than risk breaking something else, I decided to remove it and move on. Quick note, while recording, the issue came back again, but this time deleting and re-adding the sources actually fixed it completely. So if you're running into this problem, try removing and re-adding your sources until everything behaves normally. It's not the best solution, but it's what worked for me. Now let's add game audio. Add the game audio input and choose Add App. Make sure the game is open and actively playing sound. Search for the game and add it. Once added, it stays there, so you only need to do this once for each game. Spotify is already set up, so we just need to make sure it's working. Discord can be added just like Spotify and should be working automatically. If not, check the Discord output settings and change it to Discord Virtual Audio. While we are here, we should also change the input setting to Discord and test it with your voice.
Test.
To test the Discord output, go into a private voice channel and play a soundboard effect. Now, the last thing we need to do is set up the new audio sources in OBS. Make sure all alerts are not monitoring sound, your game capture is not monitoring, and your mic source is deleted. You won't be needing that anymore. Add your stream output by using the audio input capture and test it by playing some music. Then add your VOD output and test it as well. Go to Advanced Audio Properties by clicking on the small gear icon, and under Tracks, check number 1 for both outputs and for the VOD output number 6. Now go to Settings, Output and Streaming. Make sure your mode is advanced, and then under Audio Track, check number 1. And lastly, enable VOD track and select number 6. This will separate the music that is playing on the streaming output from the rest of the audio to avoid copyright. The reason I am using Wavelink despite the bugs is because I can connect it to my phone with the Stream DAC application and control Wavelink with the push of one button. You can find the plugin on the Elgato marketplace. Just make sure you're installing the Wavelink 3.0 beta version. Now your alerts will stop lagging and you can still control your audio sources separately with Wavelink. If you found the video helpful, consider leaving a thumbs up and a follow. If you run into issues or have questions, leave a comment and I will try to help you. Until next time, bye.